I really do think that Wes come into this game, it was do or die. You cannot lose the first 3 matches when elimination is pending and expect to stay in this Premier League.
Well, that 1-3-1, the highest checkout of the tournament so far. You can have long odds with me that it remains that all the way through to the finals. But I tell you what, big game coming up next week, because Newton plays Adrian Lewis, who, if Newton wins here, is adrift at the foot of the table as the only man with nothing to show in the win column, nothing in the draw column,
100.
Nothing, full stop. The 2-time world champion.
Having nothing after 4 weeks is not nice. To put it right, if Newton can get something out of this, I would say something for his character as well, Rod, because it wasn't looking likely, was it?
No. 100. And I think, to be honest, at the start of the match he might have thought a draw was a fair result, and at least it gives him something to build on. But at this moment in time he's not interested in drawing. A draw would be a bitter disappointment for Wes Newton, from 4-2 up and the way he's playing.
100.
What's the maximum points?
Where's he require? 161.
Well, 1-3-1 and 1-1-1. Can he make a 1-6-1?
No, but it was a great effort.
97.
Averaging 98. That is quality. You know when you're playing well, because you're making your opponent take big finishes out. And that's what he's making 94. Robert Thornton do.
Wager requires 64.
May aim for treble 8. Well, settle for 16. Double 16.
32.
Well, that is his
60.
Bet noir. That double 16. Tops Thornton.
You couldn't see him missing it, could you? You alluded to the fact, Rod, that he's such a good double 20 hitter. He's shown it time and time again.
140.
Well, I repeat my assertion that this moment in time Thornton is the best double top hitter in world darts. He's proved it in this tournament up to press.
This really is a superb match. And there we see
125.
Mini league table. Barney playing beautifully. Can he go top? Can the Thorn climb all the way?
40.
Newton looking for at least a draw to move away
60.
from Adrian Lewis. Thornton has got to win 4 of the next 5 legs if he wants to win this game and go top, at least temporarily ahead of the Power and Barney.
135. Robert, you require 86.
Now, a massive chance. Will he go for the big 18? For the ball.
61.
Well, it was close. Will he rue the miss on the little red bit?
Got to put one underneath that. Couldn't do it. Well, stay there for double 8, but I'm not sure how much of the target he can see. Well, he can see enough to leave double 8 and ask a question of Thornton.
It's only 25, but it isn't a gimme. Deciding to go 17 double 4. He missed this earlier before getting it.
17.
Well, he stands back in disgust and shakes his head.
60.
What a chance for Newton.
And he takes it, and Newton re-establishes a 2-leg advantage, and Thornton now, to win this match, has got to win 4 legs straight.
Well, those were the chances that Wes Newton wasn't getting in the first couple of games against James Wade and Barney, but just coming back And taking it out gives you that confidence.
Yes, Newton's finishing horrible in the opening 2 weeks in Belfast and Aberdeen. It's been
77.
terrific tonight, 5 out of 10.
Robert giving it the sarcastic nod.
45.
Well, this is more like the Wes
99.
Newton that's rocketed up into the top 8 in the world. The man who's got to the business end of the World Championship in the last couple of seasons. Got to the final of the UK Open as well. That's what we've seen so far. Wade defeats Lewis 7-4, Newton 5-3 up on Thornton. And then to come, Wayne, some very tasty matchups.
Indeed. Last year's final, Whitlock and Taylor. And then MVG
77.
versus RVB. And then Gary Anderson plays Hamilton last. 3 crackers to follow. Every game in this Premier League, it's got something about it.
100.
No room for mediocrity here. Nothing mediocre about these darts from Newton also.
98.
To leave 150.
Robert, you require 158.
Well, whilst there may not be much pressure to take it out, you can't say 150's a gimme. Got to leave a decent leave.
96. Wager require 150.
Well, there's going to be pressure on that.
Can't finish. Can't set up. So Thornton should close
30.
here
Robert, you require
to within
62.
a solitary leg. Well, he won't mind that because it leaves 12 tops.
22.
A surprise.
Wager require 120.
Now, can Wes hit tops? Single 20. Got to move, has to move.
Well, from the surprise to Shanghai, as Newton takes out a third 3-figure outshot. He leads 6-3, and he will pick up at least a point, his first ever point in the Premier League. And now he bids to turn 1 into 2.
What Newton is doing in this game is exactly what Thornton done to Andy Hamilton in the first match. He's off the bottom. The O must go, and it's gone. Full credit to Wes Newton. It's easier to shy away from a fight. He stood there.
And he might move up another spot or two, Wes Newton, because with Hamilton playing Anderson, chance of one of those could lose and the leg difference could come past Newton. He might move up another spot in the table. It's been a good night on the south coast from the man from the northwest coast. Brilliant, brilliant darts.
125.
If Wes does pick up the 2 points, what a big game next week for Adrian Lewis. He's in control, isn't he? 6 darts from 1-5-2 for a 6-3 win. Been a good match.
64.
Or whatever Thornton conjures up here. Newton coming back for a 2-dart combo to wrap up a highly impressive 7-3 success. Might only be a shot at the ball. It'll be a shot at 7-7 for the match.
74. Robert, you require 98.
It's got to go, Robert. 60-38. There's the 60. Well, that was a weak, timid dart. That wasn't. That took bottle. Prolongs this game.
11th flag, Roberts. to
Well, we've
throw
seen
first.
4-ton plus finishes, but that was the most important shot so far.
Well, now then, looking to hold throw. Oh, he's like a nodding dog up there, Thornton.
41.
Don't shake your head, Robert. Get yourself up. He's got yourself back to 6-4. You've got to keep going. Hold here, and suddenly it really is a lot of questions being asked of Wes Newton.
140.
He's nodding his head. He's shaking his head. He'll fall off in a minute.
The pace of this game has suited both players. Last week we see Robert Thornton playing a few games with MVG, taking his time to get to the hockey.
140.
Maybe it would have worked this week. We shall never know. But Newton playing beautifully. As is the Thorn! The 8th 180. Just the 8th. And 11 legs.
4 each.
60.
Well, now
Robert,
then.
you require 140.
He has left to finish Newton, but in all reality should be half a dozen darts at 140. It's what he missed for the match against Van Gerwen last week. Big 20. Good setup from Thornton. Should get it back to 6-5.
They go for the ball.
59. Robert, you
Well, he
require
did.
40.
Just a poor effort. Tops for 6-5. He's going to make Wes Newton do it the hard way. Or is he? Well, you mentioned, Rod, about him being good at double tops. He's also good at double 5.
So, Wesley, what have you got left? What's left in the locker?
59.
Newton has missed one dart at double 7 to win this contest. Now he's having to hold throw to win 7-5. And suddenly, the draw is looming large. And arguably is now favourite.
All the pressure is on Newton. He's pointless. It's all gone wrong for Wes.
Well, he took out that 120 to go 6-3 up. Missed double 7 to win 7-3. Now he's had a bounce out, a drop out, a fall out. And he's over 140 adrift here. And the Scottish Terrier has tenaciously hung on.
A ton's no good.
60.
Wes, it's looking like he's going to get a point. Okay, maybe before the start of the game, would have been saying to himself, right, if I can just start with a point here and get me up and running. But when you have been 6-3 up, to get a 6-all draw, it's a bit of a disaster.
Robert, you require
Well, this could be an 11-dart leg against the throw here from Robert Thornton. And the last leg of a match, that is worth much gold. Double 12. Double 6.
75.
Gosh. Well, he's coming back, but he's coming back scratching about at the bottom of the board at double 3.
I'm not going to be too harsh on Robert, but there's a professional miss. You can go for the outside wire of a double to make sure you leave it cosy next time. And double 3 is not cosy. It's like sleeping on a bed of nails.
Well, will he bust? Will he bust or will he leave himself? Well, he has.
No score.
Just bust his score, but mind you, if he'd hooked that, looking to bust, he could have left himself 2. Well, he's going to be back. Will he split it this time and go 2-double-2, Wayne?
No.
99.
He will be more aggressive for the first dart.
6.
Told you.
That's the way to do it. Robert Thornton wins the last 3 legs of the match to deny